Hey everybody, what's up? It's Kyle and KZ.
More people get their voice out there, then I think they'll realize like we're all the same, really.
KZ decided, let's do it. Took the bait, so here we are.
Veteran Chat Project.
Where it's encouraged to not be okay all the time. What's up, everybody? Kyle
And KZ.
and you guys are the shit, and we love you so much, and we thank you so much for being a part of our lives as we embark on this journey. And yeah, so how are you guys this week? How was your love? Whatever, we hope everybody had a great weekend. We hope that everybody has been checking out some of the new episodes. Looks like through Buzzsprout, we actually are able to track kind of where people are listening from. And it looks like Clarksville, Tennessee leads the way right now. So shout out real quick to Clarksville, Tennessee. You guys are holding it down with like literally, I think it was like 22% of our listens total.
Dude, that's cool.
Since we switched from Anchor to Buzzsprout.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah. So like it's another thing too. So we'll put that new website. If anyone hasn't looked at it yet or checked it out, we did switch back to Buzzsprout. I know you probably tired of chasing us around all your platforms to keep up with the feed that is the right one. That's my fault. We're never going to do it again. We're staying on Buzzsprout with this website here, veteranChatProject.buzzsprout.com. You could look at all our recent episodes. Also checks out like every platform that we're on, which I think it's like over 15 platforms right now. So if you can't find us somewhere, again,
let us know.
Hit us up. Yeah, we got you. So
hell yeah, dude.
So what's up, dude? How was your weekend? We haven't really had a chance to catch up. We usually unplug pretty well for the weekend.
How was my weekend? It was pretty fucking good, man. It was good. Got to know my neighbors a bit better, dude.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It's always good to have like other adults to talk to about adult shit.
Yes.
And our kids get along, so
that's a huge bonus.
We just kind of nurtured that relationship this weekend. That's really all we've been doing. We're nurturing that relationship, not really on purpose, but just naturally.
Right.
We went to their house, had a barbecue, and then last minute tonight I got like my wife called it a summer starter pack. Someone in the neighborhood was like giving away their fire pit, their grill, and their patio furniture. And like, I need to get rid of it. And my wife woke me up at 9:00, like, hey, let's go get it. I was like, let's go. So yeah, we're putting it to use. We got the pool and like water out so the kids could slide. I like last minute things.
Yeah. The impromptu, it's where you're like, it's like people like us kind of are, we're just quick on our feet. Just like I jokingly typed in the description for this episode here is like, will we fall flat on our face with literally 5 minutes to chat before we go live? I don't know. Yeah. Come find out. We might, but we probably won't though.
Yeah.
Because when you're coming like that, like when you said like last minute stuff, impromptu stuff is when you
off the hip, dude.
And then like it just truly shows like the dedication, love, that like how you're willing to be flexible for people. Yeah. Just because you want them around, dude. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't think enough people extend even common courtesies to people anymore, as far as even like neighbors and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I think that's why we really like attached to them, because like our kids got along instantly, and then just like for the past few months, we've just gotten to know them better, and it just like it feels good to have an adult attachment other than the kids, or other than my wife's my best friend, dude. I tell her everything, so it's like it's cool to have another male in the neighborhood to be like, hey, what's up, dude? How's the weather?
You better not take over as your best friend, dude.
Oh, never, dude.
Swear to God, I'm buying a house next door. I'll buy a house next door just to fucking show up.
Yeah, no, that'll never happen. But it's good. It's good to have that contact, and like something did happen today, but we'll get into that later. How was your weekend?
Took a road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Got to turn my kid around and do his first forward-facing car seat ride, and it was a 5-hour ride to Wisconsin.
Oh, dude, that's cool. How do you take it?
He loved it. He had his
Yeah.
little fake steering wheel, and he was like beep beep, like Maggie Simpson in the Simpsons intro, where she's
Yeah,
sitting there
dude.
with her little beep beep. That was me and him all the way down 94.
Oh, it's cool.
Like every once in a while, he'd just be like, you just hear him in the backseat, like beep 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 beep, and then I'd hit the
Oh,
horn,
dude.
and he'd like start chuckle laughing so hard he'd friggin' drool all over himself, dude.
That's cool. Was Mama working this weekend?
Mama worked this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so she wasn't able to make the trip.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's working pretty hard right now.
Dude,
They're
always.
short staffed, and so she's even working harder than normal.
Damn, dude.
So God bless her for that. But yeah, it also means more daddy time, which was, I mean, it was the first trip I'd say overall as far as the trip went with my kid. It was awesome. I mean, 10 hours total in the car, maybe like a little bit of we had, like, I text you.
Oh yeah,
20 minutes before I got to the house, and I look back, and he's like, I'm like, oh, what's that on your? Oh, what's that? I was like, oh, and I just pulled over. I was like, it's Duty, and I'm like, man, he fucking had, like, it came out like the front of his diaper, so he had like, so he stuck his foot in it. So then I'm like, your foot's got chocolate on it, buddy. I was like, I didn't give you that much chocolate. And then I'm just like, oh, it's shit. And then, so I go back there, and I'm just like, oh wow, it's all in the car seat and everything. It's like cool. So I clean them up, whatever side of the road. I was just, like I said, 20 minutes down the road, so I'm like farm roads. I just pull over on the side of the road, change them in the truck, no big deal. The shorts had like a big mountain of it. It was a good blowout, dude. I think he had some bad cooking this weekend. But yeah, I've been feeling pretty diuretic myself.
Damn.
Shout out to the chef. Maybe learn that shit. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, the kid, dude, the car seat, and it's
good bonding time between you and your son.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, me and my son became closer this weekend, I think, than I'll ever become with another living human being on the face of this planet. Until now, I know how to spread that love into the next one. I learned some hard lessons this weekend, which, I mean, I'd like to get into, but
we're live.
I don't want to anger up the gods, so I don't really want to stir up any shit between that. But yeah, it was
our
hard
good
lessons learned.
Our
Mama Bear.
Hard lessons learned. Our good luck charm wants to say hi.
Love you.
Probably say hi to your mom, because she's probably the only one watching.
He said, say hi to your mom, because she's probably the only one watching live right now. Oh shit.
My mom's a G. She's committed like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, it was I'm glad you got that bonding time between you and your son. It's that's me. I feel like that's all we've done this weekend too, just with different entities of our life. Bonding time weekend. Yeah, it's and I'm glad we're talking about, like, I think would
tribe shit, bro.
Tribe shit, dude. Yeah,
it's something shit. I mean, I kind of just jokingly put in there when we first started this thing, but like, I mean, like, what it means to me, basically, and then just start the conversation, and then, because I mean, we haven't even really discussed this yet, so yeah. I mean, we could call it something else if it's offensive. I don't care. We'll change it to whatever. But it's basically like, I see a lot of these like men helping men groups, and stuff like that. Like, being even just what was the podcast I listened to? Dad Edge is a good podcast. And again, this is not taking away from anything that's like a man group. Like, that shit's important to be able to teach men how to be men, to be good fathers, good sons, good human beings. And it's important to take time to listen to other people's perspectives, so you can really kind of, if you're, you could check yourself, so to speak, like if you're so inclined to do so. Me personally, I'm always looking inside to try to figure out like what I could have done or what could have been avoided. So anyways, the tribe shit goes into, for me, just kind of that same idea, but just people helping people as well. I mean, like, I don't want to exclude anybody. So like anybody wants to come in and just say like, I just want to be a better person, a better husband. Like if there's women that want to jump in here and tell us, how we could be better husbands from a woman's perspective, like, you know what I mean? We're open to listen to that kind of stuff because,
dude.
because ultimately it's tribe. So through anything, acceptance above all, I think, of everybody's quirks or what some would say, I don't know, just anything really. Just a place for people to be accepted, a tribe where you can build a foundation for a better life for more than yourself.
And not be judged by the decisions you make.
Yeah. Or like by how you get through your day, you know, like, and then I'll say it here real quick. I mean, we'll even have a little, I haven't prepared anything, but I did want to talk about this just because I do believe in the power of medicinal marijuana. And I do want to just pull up a little factoid real quick. You can talk about
getting in the nitty gritty, dude. Let's go. You can share the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right. So, and this is the strain that I prefer, right? So it's Blue Dream, and then like people, you could say what you want. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe that weed is medicine, and to those I say, put your beer down and stop poisoning your body before you can judge somebody. So Blue Dream, you can read it right there, made by blah blah blah. That's not the fucking really even the important part. The important part is right here. Helps with stress, anxiety, and depression. And now there's probably going to be better. I wish I had something fucking pulled up, but the thing is right there is those 3 words are really all you need to know. Helps with anxiety, depression, and sorry, I wish I was more prepared. Next time I'll be more prepared. Stress, anxiety, and depression. And then that's a huge thing that some people deal with. So medical marijuana patients often use Blue Dream to treat symptoms of depression, chronic pain, nausea. Blue Dream originated in California, so that don't matter. But again, depression, chronic pain, nausea. I mean, my dude, I am, let's see, stressed, check. Anxiety, check. Depressed, check. Chronic pain, check. Nausea, not so much. But my God, that shit helps, my dude. Like I got nerve damage, and
people don't understand. I think that's judging.
And the fact is and it's always purchased through the legal venues, and I got licenses for it and everything. So hey, again, I'm paying my taxes on my shit just like you are with your alcohol. So I mean, honestly, I think alcohol is poison. It poisons your brain. It poisons your body. That's why people get alcohol poisoning. It's not just a term. It's like a true statement that you're getting. So, I mean, like, I believe that when I separated myself from basically it takes so much time to sweat the alcohol out of your body from like a night of like true partying like we used to do, right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
And like people will just go out and like party the next day. Well, like, let's just say it takes 4 days to clean your system up a night of partying, right? But you go 3 days in a row. So you got 3, 6, whatever. You 3, 9, you got fucking 12 days to fucking slow it house down or whatever, because you just packed them all in. It just keeps, growing exponentially because you just keep pouring the fucking alcohol down your body, and that's how people float their liver. It's actual poison.
Death, dude.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, though, you wouldn't hear me judging unless you got something to say about me smoking weed. Then my first answer is always going to be, hey, man, how much boozing have you done today, dude? How much have you drank?
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you drink and drive with your kids in the car? How often do you text and drive? Like, don't just go pointing fingers at people because you're having a bad day. Yeah, but we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, I mean I think it's stupid too. I think it's stupid to judge people on those kinds of decisions. I mean, because you don't know what they're going through, and I'll
you
be the
could
first.
if you took time to listen to them.
Oh yeah, but that requires communication, which is a two-way street, active listening and talking. So but did I tried not to jump on the bandwagon, but like I tried fucking gummies.
I've been
this
waiting
past-
for this.
Dude, I tried gummies this past set. I've never felt so at ease in my entire life, dude.
Yeah, he said,
I
dude, one gummy deep. And I said, how are you doing? He said, fucking great. And I'm like, cool, man. Like later on, I'm like, so I got to know. And he's like, I took another one. I was riding high all day. So now I'm like, let's hear it, dude. Let's hear. I want to hear it because I hyped it up for you.
You admit the hype to me just because, like, I haven't partaken in that stuff since I initially got out of the military in 2015.
Right.
And so, so that I remember that was one of the first things I did when I moved to San Antonio. I smoked up with my brother-in-law, and then, but
I
yeah,
feel like
dude,
the smoking it and the eating it hit you differently. For those
Dude,
who
they
don't know, it's completely different now that you know that.
yeah, I know that now. Like
It's
I
like
took,
it's completely different.
yeah, I took one, and then I took one. And I was like, man, and I waited an hour because I was doing stuff because we were going to our friend's barbecue. So I was trying to help my wife prep that day, and then I was like, damn, I still don't feel nothing. So I went to the closet and I popped another one, and I was like, as I was doing, I was like, this is a rookie mistake.
Yep.
Shouldn't
Shouldn't have done this, but I'm going.
Fuck it. And then I did it anyway. But and then I was asked to go get ice, and it didn't hit me until the way back from getting ice. Every breath I took, I got higher and higher.
You're just like, man, I fucking feel
I swear, like every breath I took, my body just felt more relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. And it was an out of body experience for sure. Cause I was sitting at the barbecue, like hanging out. I like to talk, and I was as quiet as I've ever been. And what reassured me was my wife, because my wife knew I was doing it. My wife sitting across from me, she was like, "You're fine." I was like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "No." She's like, "I'd rather you be stoned than drunk off your ass." Are you kidding me? And she's like, "This is great."
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that stuff right there will save people's lives.
Because she's been with me through thick and thin of it, so she's seen me at my worst when it comes to drinking bad. And I try my best to stay away from hard alcohol, which means I still drink we had a barbecue tonight. I'm still drinking the beer from it, but
yeah, hell yeah.
But I stay away. I try my best to stay away from like hard alcohol. But so that's all she, that's what she can compare to. So she was comparing that. She's like, "No, this is great," and she was loving it. She's like, "This is great." She's like, "Feel yourself. Feel whatever you're feeling right now. You just, she's like, you deserve to relax." I got so relaxed. I got so relaxed. Our neighbors are like diagonally across the road from us. I was like, I need to go home and take a nap.
Like I just want pudding and maybe yogurt or something and a nap.
They're like
great right now.
Yeah, they made my food, and I was like, I'm gonna fuck this up when I get back. I'm gonna go take a nap. I took like a 4-hour nap, and I woke up and I was feeling. I was like, this is probably what one gummy feels like. I felt like
but that nap though.
That was the best, dude. I felt like I was sinking forever, dude. I felt like I was sinking forever, but at the same time, I was like, I was flying. It was just like a never-ending, like, when you put your head to sleep, and it's just like that. It was a never-ending feeling of that.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
awesome. My wife came in, and I really thought, because like I said, she's seen the worst of it, so I really thought she came in to check up on me because she was worried, but she came in, she like give me a kiss on the lips, and she was like, "Are you okay still?" I was like, "I'm better now." I was like, "I can function now. Let's go back and help entertain."
Maybe one next time.
Yeah, the next day I took half of one.
Yeah,
and it was good. And like we really didn't go out and see anybody that day, but like I took half of one because I wanted to know like the whole reason for me taking this stuff, because I'm tired of taking these pills the VA gave me, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
because they bum me out.
What bums me out is when you don't take them.
No, that's what that's what I was trying to say. Yeah,
dude,
when I don't take them, dude, I feel so bummed out. So I want it like
I sleep for a whole day if I don't take them, and I gotta like reset my whole body, my whole mental game, my whole everything, dude, has to be changed after missing just even 2 days of it. So yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel you
dude.
there. But I'd use both. I mean, I smoke weed. We're talking, for those who don't know, we're talking Delta 8 edibles actually. So Mystic Labs, shout out to Mystic Labs, Delta 8. You have two very good spokespeople / customers right here, because I've been taking them for about a year now. I take about one a day. Just every
Yeah.
morning I wake up and pop a gummy. I got the 120 pack that they had on their deal, and every once in a while they have 30% off sales. So
Yeah.
check your email too, because rack up when they got 30% off sales. You'll never have
Dude,
to
it was like night and day different. I woke up really on the wrong side of the bed yesterday, and like, my kids made some poor decisions, and nothing bad, but they just they forgot to do this or they didn't do this. And like I did my thing, just screamed at the top of my lungs, and I was like, of course, as soon as I said it, I regretted it, and I was like, oh my god. My wife was like, dude, it's only 9, like it's only 9 in the morning. Like, you don't need to be this mad. I was like, I know, whatever.
Right.
So that's when I chunked half of one, and then I felt mellow the rest of the day. I could function,
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's
felt
the
mellow,
point.
and I was like, this is it. Like, I feel good. And I kind of put myself, like, I tested myself. I put myself in like little scenarios where, like, to make myself aware of like, hey, this stuff usually gets you a little riled up. How do you feel about it now?
Taking mental notes and shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I remember just like, dude, that doesn't bother me right now. It's not a big deal.
That would have pissed me off yesterday.
Exactly. It was like,
Might piss me off tomorrow.
Yeah, it might piss
But
me off
it's not
tomorrow.
pissing me off right
But
now.
it's not pissing me off right now. It's really not a big deal. Let's just move on. So that's
yeah.
And then
That's
today,
a great perspective to have, a new
Yeah.
perspective to have, is like that mental note.
yeah,
Because if you remember them and if you do them, it's huge. So kudos to you on unlocking a new skill.
yeah. I mean, and I should have taken one today, but I didn't want to risk like, I didn't want to put too much in my place. Like, I didn't want to take one and do work at the same time, and I didn't want to gamble that today, or at least not yet. So
Save it for like the treat at the end of the week
yeah,
kind of deal.
and like,
Or the end of the day, honestly, because it'll help you sleep. It'll, like, even just at the end of the day to unwind. Like, some people have a beer, dude. Eat half an edible.
Yeah, I should have taken it taken one in the afternoon, or half one in the afternoon, because I had a hell of a day today. Like, and I'm sure I know I'm not the only one who goes through this stuff, but like like I first mentioned, we started our day this morning or yesterday morning getting free shit from the neighbors who's getting rid of it. So today we kind of like had like a we started the grill, and then friends came over, neighbors came over, more kids came over, and then we just decided like let's just put some chicken thighs on the grill and then test it out.
Right.
So we did all that, and like I went inside for something. I went outside and
My bald spots were showing. Sorry.
hold on, give me a second. Let me turn this. My daughter's phone won't turn off. There we go. There. Now alarm keeps going off. I got it. It's all right. But yeah, dude, I went outside at one point, and as soon as I walked outside, I went out there to check the meat, and I walked out there, and I saw like 3 adults to my left, 2 to the right. There were kids fucking everywhere.
Right.
And I just like, I don't know, I panicked. Like my chest felt heavy. And then I just kind of like turned around, walked back inside, and I had to go sit in the corner for a minute. I sat in the corner for a quick minute, and I'm like, you're fine. Go back outside. Then I went outside, checked the meat. And like, as I was checking the meat, like my back was towards everybody, and there was just too much shit going on. And there were kids jumping on the trampoline next to me. And I just had like, it felt like information overload.
Yeah, I was going to say sensory overload.
Sensory
probably.
overload,
Yeah.
dude. I was just like, what? And then that's when I couldn't breathe. My chest started feeling heavy, and I was just like, I didn't feel in control of my situation. So I came inside, and I cooled out inside, took a couple deep breaths. I think I stayed inside for like maybe 10, 15 minutes just to cool off.
So real quick, I want to ask because I know, but like for those listening or those that will listen, what did you do right when you started to feel that panic attack?
I texted you, dude.
Right. That is huge. And then not to like be like, I was there for you, but I'm just saying like
No,
if
no.
you're ever no, but like people listening, like I want
Yeah.
you to know like you need to have that person that could just be like, hey bro, take a walk. Or it's all about controlling your breath. And then ultimately it's just about understanding that you're like, oh, I'm having a panic attack. It's a lot of people. So
Yeah.
you know what was happening, you know why it was happening.
Yeah, I had
All
to.
we needed to do was figure out how to get you out of it. Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey babe,
That's-
I'm gonna take a walk.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did. I texted I texted you and then I texted my wife because I didn't want her to be freaking worried. But I texted you and then I texted my wife like more in details, like, hey, my chest is hurting and I'm having difficulty breathing. Don't freak out, but I'll come back outside in a minute. And I think it's just sensory overload right now. There's too many people, which is, and I think I gave her the answer because I knew I didn't want her to ask, but just like, well, I didn't want her to be like, what's what was different from last night or the night before when we went to our neighbor's house and there were a lot of people. And I think the answer is because it's my space.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And I was
It's
like, I
huge
think
because you're less relaxed. I'm more relaxed, I guess. Well, I don't know. I don't really leave my house, so
yeah.
but I don't know. Like when you're at someone's house, you can kind of let down your hair a little bit more because you
No,
don't have to worry
yeah.
about like I gotta clean that shit up later. Like if this kid falls, I'm gonna have to worry about his parents being like, "Oh, break! I just met you,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna worry. I gotta see how you act if your kid breaks his leg in my backyard." And yeah, so I mean, like it's just a lot goes into it. And you know what? Honestly, I mean that's probably just our mindset in general. I don't think, and I'm not saying ours, but like ours, the royal hours, as in veterans, as in people who've ever been in that fight or flight mode in general. Just like there's no telling what set that
Yeah.
off. But again, it's that space, dude. It's that one place where you haven't. And it's not to say like everyone get out. It's just like
God, I was
next
so
time-
afraid of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone get the
Well,
man, like I'll leave before I make everyone else leave.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was so afraid to tell my wife that because I didn't want her to tell anyone like, hey, you guys are gonna have to leave. So like, that's why I was very careful.
Right, because then you would have felt worse.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then you just
Because
like,
that's
hey,
because that's the best thing to do in this situation. Put a magnifying glass on it.
Yeah. You're not feeling good. Why? Are you okay? What's wrong? Are you okay? Are you mad? Are you mad?
Oh,
Fucking,
God.
I am now.
Yeah.
That was weird.
But
I'll
yeah.
never bring you guys that close to my face again.
No, we should do that once an episode. But yes, I
Wayne's
said it.
World. Wayne's World. Party time.
Party
Wee,
time.
wee, wee.
Yeah, I laid down for a minute, just caught my breath and covered my mouth so I wouldn't, because I was hyperventilating, so I was just getting some more CO2 in. I was just like, yeah, I need to breathe. And then once I breathed a little bit, I went out there and like, huge shout out to my support system. My wife's the best because like I was super irritated that she didn't, because I texted her and I was super irritated that she didn't see it, but also understood that she was out there entertaining guests. So it was, once she saw it, she's like, hey, don't go out there again unless I go out there with you. And like, a part of me felt like, fuck, don't treat me like a fucking baby. But at the same time,
Thank you.
you.
Because I mean, it's not. I know. Like we had mentioned, like I think it was an episode or two ago, and we talked about like to the spouses about like enabling the veteran.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's that situation. I think that's more of a help. Like you said, like she's just there, like she's just being your battle buddy in that situation, and that was you again knowing it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
like that
it's
initial
small
reaction.
things, small things too.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to put a pin.
No,
in
go
that
ahead.
real quick. I don't have a pen, so I have to interrupt. So,
Mhm.
I read this book that I strongly suggest, and I won't remember the name of the author, but Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. And in that book, and it just came up in my head because we were talking about that first response in your head where you're like, why you treat me like a baby, right?
Yeah.
So the author of the book, and I think it's Daniel G. Amen, which is the guy I sent you about the ADD.
Yeah.
I think But basically, what he calls them automatic negative thoughts, ants, right?
Yeah.
So one ant can't spoil your picnic, right? Oh, nobody likes me. Whatever, fuck it, right? A couple ants, you might get a little annoyed. Like, I don't want 2-3 ants crawling on my picnic basket, right? But a swarm of ants can really fuck your day up at the picnic, right?
Yeah.
So automatic negative thoughts or anything, and then it even goes farther down the road, which again, I mean, you'll have to read it. I strongly suggest you do. It's on Audible. But he goes on to identify them further as like color ants. So like which one's like a red ant, a blue ant. So then like you write down every time that you see these automatic negative thoughts, right? You write them down, and then you go back when you have time to later that day and you sit with it. Why did I think this? Why did I think that she's treating me like a baby?
Yeah.
Because at some point somebody treated you like a baby and you fucking hated it, you know, and then that's like all you got treated like, right? And then now you're like automatically like, I don't want to fucking feel like that ever again. Automatic negative thought. I'm automatically putting my guard up, even to my wife. And this is something I do all the time. That's how only reason I know a little bit that I know about the automatic negative thoughts, because that's what literally fucking sends me into a downward spiral. My own brain, the ants taking over. And I don't write them down, and I should, because like I said it earlier, I say them out loud. And I wish, and I'm not even gonna say I wish, but my challenge to myself is to start writing them down and listen to that chapter again. I wish I had my phone, but I'll look it up when you start talking again and identify and post the chapter specifically on that. But that's, I mean, it's been a while since I heard it, but when I did, you know, it's pretty good shit, dude. When you start talking to yourself, not in a fucking weird way, but in like a truly productive way, you can really identify some problems and where they came from, just from being like why?
Yeah.
You know, that's so crazy to me.
Need to do
Automatic negative thoughts.
Yeah, she yeah, once I walked outside, she like automatically like started moving the chairs, dude. She put my chair next to her chair. She's like rearranging the furniture out there and making sure I sat next to her, just so I think she knew I was comfortable. So yeah, it was a wild night. It was a crazy mental space to be in. But I know I'm not the only one that goes through it. So I just wanted to share that stuff. Like, it happens, but you know, I have my awesome fucking support system to reach out to, and just to let someone know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, and I'm glad you did message me. I mean, like, not to go into too far off of my own personal shit. I mean, like I texted you this morning, you know, like just having someone to, not even to judge, but just to be like, bro, I hear you, and I'm here, you know, and I'm not gonna judge you for it later, is more than fucking anybody I think that I know has ever done for me. I like, expect my wife excluded, because she is absolutely the reason that I am just, I want to be better every day, because she makes me feel that way. Like, and it might be some days my aunts are that, you know, and it's because I don't know, maybe because I didn't graduate high school, or I got kicked out of the army, but I never feel good enough, even though I excelled in every fucking aspect. I just didn't, you know, like on paper I did, but on paper I also didn't. So I've always kind of felt, I don't know, maybe I always feel like maybe that's not enough, or maybe that's a learned behavior from my parents. That's another thing that people don't understand. You're teaching your kids a lot of bad shit. When you can just cut your parents out of your life, or cut your family out of your life without even the hesitation, or it's just like, it's almost premeditated. I mean, it's just a shame, you know, it's a true shame. And I hope to God that if that is you, that you get that figured out, because it's hard to live like that, and it's hard to be around that. And I get that, you know, in my situation specifically, I'm hard to be around. And then if you don't want to be around me, that's fine, but don't act like you do. And then don't make me feel like I got to kiss your ass when I do, because I think time is valuable. And I know that's something we want to go into. But first, I would like to show this little 3-minute video on automatic negative thoughts. And then we can talk about the value of time a little bit after that. So.
Have a thought. Your brain releases chemicals.
Can you hear it?
Whenever you have an angry thought, a hopeless thought, a helpless thought, a critical thought, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel that. And it happens immediately. Your hands get colder, they start to sweat, your muscles get tense, your breathing becomes more erratic. The opposite is true. Whenever you have a happy thought, a hopeful thought, a loving thought, a grateful thought, an appreciation thought, a kind thought, your brain releases a completely different set of chemicals that warm your hands, dry your hands, relax your muscles, cause your breathing to be healthier. And so the exercise is super simple, but you have to do it 100 times. Whenever you feel sad or mad or nervous or out of control, write down what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And then ask yourself, is it true? But basically, write down the thought, all my colleagues hate me, and then 5 questions. Is it true? No. I've had 10,000 colleagues refer patients to me, so it's not true.
Yeah.
Is it absolutely true? If 1 is no, 2 is automatically no. 3 is, how do I feel when I have the thought, all my colleagues hate me? I feel lonely.
Yeah.
And I feel sad. And I feel angry. And I feel like I'm living in a time warp. 4, question 4 is, who would you be or how would you feel if you didn't have the thought? Well, I'd feel happy and driven and motivated. So thoughts drive feelings. Feelings drive behaviors. And behaviors drive outcome. You want to be successful, you have to get your thoughts right.
Amen.
And what I love is question number 5 is take the original thought, all my colleagues hate me, and turn it to the opposite. Now, not the narcissistic opposite, all my colleagues love me. No, that'll never be true. But not all of my colleagues hate me. And I'm like, well, it's totally true. And when you do those 5 questions, the negative thoughts dissipate. But when you don't challenge them, they expand.
Oh, yeah.
So writing them down and questioning them helps to kill them, provides protein for the anteaters. And letting them run around in your head provides the gasoline for anxiety and depression. Thoughts are automatic. They come from all sorts of places. Many of them are written in your genes. When trauma happened to your great-grandfather, that got written in your genetic code. Now, when good things happen, that gets written into your genetic code as well. And thoughts come from what your parents said to you, what your siblings said to you, what your classmates, the ones who liked you and the ones who didn't like you, said to you. It comes from the news. It comes from music. Thoughts come from all sorts of places, and they lie. They lie a lot.
So yeah, that was actually a way better of a video than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, dude.
But that was the man himself, Dr. Daniel G. Amen. He's actually I know it's something you talked about with me. He's actually someone that can teach you a lot about ADHD. Even like for those listening, if you think your kids have it, if it's something you might think you struggle with, that guy is super smart and very, very easy to listen to, because I'm pretty sure he is the one who even reads his own audibles. So I mean, he's reading his book to you on Audible, and it comes with all like the full looking at what what's the word I'm looking for, like examples and like all like the book, like all the paperwork that's in the book that tells you how his shit works, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like that guy, that book was probably the first one I read that was like helpful. I've read a few of them that were, change or what was the one? Unfuck Yourself. I tried to read that, but it's just, I think that dude was just, I don't know, he was just trying to sell the word fuck way too much, and it wasn't really good information. Like the first 2 chapters, I'm just like, I don't want to read it like some drill sergeant, like unfuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's not how I want to hear my inner voice, guy. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But no, man, like so yeah, the automatic negative thoughts, dude. Thoughts drive actions.
Feelings drive. Was it behavior? Behavior drives the outcome.
Yep.
I like that shit, dude.
Yeah, and that's just 3 minutes of hearing that dude talk.
That's cool shit.
So I mean, you could truly change your brain and change your life by literally one thing that what's his name, John Hafner or whatever. Sorry, the Dad Edge podcast. One thing I've learned from him already, from hearing him on the Real Ones episode, was challenge yourself to, if you ever make eye contact with somebody.
Oh, yeah, you talked about this with me.
Just smile at him. Hey, how's it going? Me, I can't just smile because I look like a fucking serial killer. I'd be like, hey. Because I got the resting bitch face,
Yeah.
But I gotta like add it to like what's up or like something goofy because but and I try to do that, and then like a lot of times people just walk right past, but and that's on them. A lot of times people say what's up or something bad.
Yeah.
My kid is a true test of this on people, because like we'll walk through a store anywhere we go, he's like, hey, like somewhere you'd be walking down the Home Depot aisle on your phone, and he's like, say hi to me. And then like you don't, so like turn around and be like, bye. It cracks me up, dude. But yeah, yeah, that's
like
valuable information, dude. That's so if anybody is just tuning in, Change Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen is a very good resource for ADHD, and honestly, just for if it's not ADHD, honestly, in that situation, it's not. I mean, that, like he said, it's something I hadn't even heard yet, was like if something super traumatic happened to your great grandfather, that it's ingrained into your DNA, right? So think about that shit, dude. Think about that. Like you're truly carrying your entire generation's problems on your back, and you don't know it. So I mean, like, is it learned behavior from our parents, or is our parents just like, are we all just built with it? I mean, I think I said something along the other lines the other day is like kids are born with their personality, and it's just like it's up to us to harness it and point it in the right direction. And I might be wrong because I only have a 2-year-old, I don't have it all figured out, but like I think things, and sometimes people agree with me. Nobody ever tells me that I'm a dumb fuck, so I mean, it's like I might be right. I just think things, I don't know, and then I say them out loud, whether there's someone to listen or not.
No, I believe that. Because and that's the dangerous part of parenthood too, just like making sure you're on the right path for your specific kid. When it gets tricky is when there's more than one kid, and you try to navigate each path the way you think it should go, or at least not navigate, but steer their intentions.
Right. At least put their eyes on the correct horizon.
Sorry,
someone's in trouble.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah, what brought that whole conversation on was what you and I texted about earlier today, dude. It's just like, or we talked about time is how time is of value, dude. I think you've said it before, like that's
Presence.
yeah,
The presence of
Yeah.
presence.
yeah.
That's huge.
big in it.
Huge.
I think people should,
It's the only thing that you cannot fucking replace in this world is time.
yeah,
And I'm going to go on a tangent for a second because I feel it. If somebody fucking gives you their time, that's enough. That is more than enough. That's all the fuck we have in this world, people. That's all you have in this world that you cannot get back. You cannot get back the seconds that you have spent listening to this episode. You cannot get back the seconds you spent worrying about the shit that your family put you through or the shit that you continue to go through. You fucking time, dude. Your fucking time is the only thing you can't get back. So don't waste it on people who don't give a fuck about it, ultimately. And at the same time, if you're somebody who doesn't even take into consideration other people's time that you cannot get back, I got nothing for you. I got
Yeah.
nothing for you because the presence of presence is a real thing. It's not, I'm not a gift giver. If you want to get into the languages of love, I'm an acts of service. My wife's a physical touch. So like we have a hard time getting along sometimes, but I'm not a gifter. I'm not a spends money to get your love kind of person. I took time out of my schedule and I love you and I showed up for you. Even though you have continued to let me down my entire life, I still showed up, and I'm done. And the second I stand up for myself, I'm disgusting. Yeah, I'm done, and that's probably the last time I'll bring that up. So yeah, time. Sorry to go off on that tangent.
no, man.
I really feel that deep in my
Time
soul,
is-
dude.
Time, yeah, time is precious. It is precious. I mean, that's my wife and I joke here and there about how materialistic our kids can be but they're kids. They want everything because we give it to them. But like the one thing that we try our best to do is to let them know about that little tidbit, dude. I think it's a good life lesson to give your kids of like how valuable your time is, like because that stuff, like you said, can be replaced.
Cannot.
Yeah, that's why I love my wife's family and like how they do things when it's as far as like family get-togethers and stuff. Like I've adopted that mentality that they have is like, hey, I might not show up with stuff for you, but I'm gonna show up. I'll be
Right,
there.
and I'm gonna,
Yeah.
and I'm not only am I gonna be there, but I'm gonna be there,
Yeah,
like there,
Yeah.
present.
I made this effort to come here because I care about you. I'm
Right.
here.
And that should be enough. And if that's not enough for people, then that's not tribe. That's not tribe shit, people. That's not tribe shit.
You gotta start looking inward, dude. If that's not enough for you, you gotta start looking inward and finding out why that is, because it's not because of anyone else.
You need to
Yes.
chickadee check yourself.
Yeah, if someone comes to visit you and your first response is like, well, what'd you get me?
Yeah.
What else what did you bring?
What else you got?
Like, what'd you bring? Like, I brought me. Like,
I brought a cooler full of beer and I brought my
Yeah.
kid.
I'm here because I care about you. Let's do this.
I brought me. I spent money on the gas to get me here. I took time away from my wife and my family and my dogs and my house, and I got a lot going on here too. Not one person asked me about that either, by the way. I'm growing backyard. I got fucking landscaping projects going on. I got a lawn care business to run. I'm a stay-at-home parent. I mean, I just don't have time. The time is precious to me because I don't have any of it. Motherfucking, you might think I got time because I'm a stay-at-home parent, but I'll go back on this any day of the week. If your wife's a stay-at-home parent, you need to call her, bring her some roses. Bring her some roses tomorrow. Bring her some flowers. Holy shit. I didn't mean to go there, but honestly, if you have a stay-at-home parent in your life that either chose to or still chooses to, I mean, even today I texted my wife like, man, we need to find daycare. I just today specifically, I think because I'm still kind of bitter, clearly, but I'm also not at the same time. So I mean, I'm just a little more short-tempered today than I'm comfortable being.
Yeah.
around my kid, and that's why I just told my wife, like, maybe we should start looking for some, some care, so I can get back to working, or just even if it's 2-3 days a week at this point, because it is hard. It can be stressful, and then when you do take a break and go try to spend time with family, you get flabbergasted.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You laughing at Alders? She's watching and now is giving me the look. You better bring me some tomorrow. What, flowers?
Some time.
Some time or flowers? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love like, I mean, I don't know if it was because of the nature of us having a fire pit out tonight, but like, just like time spending with other people, dude, is gold to me. I think that's that's why I think that's why today was so tough for me, or this afternoon.
Not time, by the way, flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why this afternoon was so tough for me, I think, just because like I love spending time with people. I love the community, the togetherness of just shooting the shit with people. That's why I do this.
Yeah, it's just the only socialness I get outside of. Well, I mean, I've been hanging out with. Well, I mean, like I say, I hang out with my wife every chance I get. But like at this point, so my wife's sister's husband's a farmer, so he's in planting season right now. So he's pretty much sun up, sundown, he's working. So we basically for more or less like adopt her sister. Not really, but like, we welcome her in everything we do, and she's always, we go for walks with the kids. We were up at the gas station eating ice cream with the kids, and I mean that's huge for me. Like that's why I was like, take a walk, because that's what I was about to go do, like, because I needed it, dude. I needed it. I got to go spend some time with her, and my little niece here, dude, she's starting to warm up to me more and more. She would always be like, she'd get real shy around me, and then one day she's just like, uncle, and I'm just like, yes, I'm your favorite uncle now. I got to drive my kid around, or actually my niece and my kid around on my little John Deere tractor up and down the street, because they finally showed interest in it. I was like, hey, come on, let's ride. They're like, oh, kids trying to honk the horn and shit. So yeah, dude, like, it's time.
Yeah,
I can't replace that, dude. I'll have that memory forever of today.
Oh yeah. You're reading that here.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I would say we definitely are talking about nothing, and then the quotes, like you said, like are and aren't talking about nothing, because, like you said, I mean, we had just tribe shit to talk about when we started, and we got into kind of just the true meaning of why we're here again is just, man, we want to build better relationships with ourselves, ultimately, first and foremost. I think that's something I don't even think I meant to say right there, but I don't think I think it should have been said. I don't think it's been said yet. Building a better relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
Because fuck everybody else. Because I mean, and not even in a bad way. It's not their fucking problem. At the same time.
Yeah, you got to put just like the old saying goes, like you got to put your, what do you call it?
Oh, I know. I feel you, Skip, but I was just trying to relate it to others. I get you. I got it. I'm tracking.
What am I trying to say?
A toe.
Putting your oxygen mask, like, but yeah, you got to put your oxygen mask on first. So like, yeah,
before you help others.
Yeah, definitely. If there's an opportunity to learn and heal yourself, take it. That's what I feel like I did this afternoon. It's because it was tough. If anyone goes through, I mean, I say when I say, I know I'm not the only one, just because I know certain people, but for our listeners out there who are just tuning in, I had a little bit of panic attack today during a barbecue, just because it's kind of sensory overload. There's too many people at my house that I just I wasn't comfortable with, not because I didn't like any of them, love all of them. It was too much at once for me. But the first thing I did was, I texted Kyle and I texted my wife, told them what was going on. And Kyle's suggestion was to take a walk, but I was too, my legs were shaky. I was too out of it. So I went and laid down on the floor. If this helps you, I hope it helps anyone, but you know, that's what I did. I went and lay down on the floor, arms behind my back, and or up around my head, and I just sat there and took some deep breaths until I slowed my heart rate down because it was fucking beating out of my chest. And,
Yeah, I've had that feeling recently as well.
yeah, and then came out, and you know, my support system was there. My wife was like, "Don't go out there until I go out there," because you know, she knows how I can be just uncomfortable. But you know, I still went out there before she did, just because I wanted to tackle it a little bit. But yeah, I hope that helps. That's what I did. I just laid down, took some deep breaths, reached out to my lifelines. But yeah, but back on the tribe shit, dude. That's why you got to have that shit around. Because
Yeah. So let me ask you real quick, because I don't think I got a chance to ask you what did you think the first time I mentioned tribe shit?
the first time you mentioned like the
Like
phrase,
what did you envision that to be? Because like I actually want to turn that into something, maybe change it from tribe shit to, because I just think that's cool. I don't know, it's tribe shit, bro. We're all fucking tribe, you know, we're taking
Yeah.
care of each other that way. But like what did you I don't know, what did you think of that as a hashtag on all the posts, and like did you think kind of like what I did about it?
I like the idea of tribe shit. When I thought about tribe shit in our little world, like two images came to mind. The first image that came to mind was of just like me pulling my dog tags out to some random dude, and him pulling his dog tags out, and me and him just that silent nod, like, I got you, you got me, I got you.
Tribe
And
shit.
Tribe shit. And then like the other thought I had was like me pulling out my VA meds and shaking them around.
And all the fucking veterans come
Yeah,
dancing up
and
with
then-
you like, hey,
and
yeah,
then-
hey, yo.
Everyone else pulls out their VA meds and shakes them around too. It's like, yeah, we're all part of the same tribe. Like, we
Yeah.
don't, no words can be said. I know what you're thinking because you're taking the same shit I'm fucking taking.
Yeah, we're on the same cocktail.
Yeah. But that's what I thought about more tribe shit. Just where you
So, yeah.
belong.
Hell yeah, dude. Then
Where you belong, even though you don't know it.
yeah. And then, you know, what's awesome, dude, was when I think about it, and I just thought about it right now, and it made me smile. It was an automatic positive thought. The tribe that isn't part of the tribe yet, dude. How small it is right now, and like how fucking big it's going to get, because we're going to keep doing it, not because we're like, we're going to get big and famous. Like I want to help. I want to fucking get as many people on here as possible, dude. Like every time we get someone to talk to us and they come on, that's a stranger specifically. Like I love that our friends come on, and I'll bring them on any day of the week. And we'll continue to do that. But like when we get strangers on, dude, to tell us their stories, and then they tell us like, dude, I didn't know like Benjamin Lampkin last week, like said I didn't know how this was gonna go, but like, dude, this guy's a fucking tanker. He loves baseball. He's our fucking boy now. Like, dude, he's tribe shit. It's tribe. And this doesn't even have to be, you don't have to be a veteran. Dude, were you raised in a military household? Do you got a story to tell about your Marine father? Do you have a cool story to tell about your grandpa who was in Nam? I mean, we're all in this world together, as we just found out from a video that I shared. And the fact is, like, yo, if your great grandpa was in Nam and went through some shit, I just learned that we all went through that shit too, or you went through that shit too, because you're carrying it in your DNA, because it changed his DNA. And you know, if your dad was born after it changed his DNA, then it's in his blood.
Dude, have you ever seen
That's fucking mind fuck right there, dude.
you ever seen these sets of photographs this photographer did of service members before deployment and after deployment?
Was
Dude,
it the ones like our era, or like
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
art, yeah.
yeah?
You've seen
I've seen
photos?
I've seen the older ones too, of like
Dude.
not like, but yeah, it's pretty, especially like, well, even before, let's just say before our era, it's like we were kind of, I got fat my second deployment.
But it's just like what you can see in those, like they changed.
The eyes is the big thing.
Yeah.
You see that kind of darkness in the world, dude, and you know, you think you've seen it until you see it, and it's, even if you don't see anything else except for that kind of shit that those people, or not even those people, but people can do to each other. It's fucking unreal.
Yeah.
it's and then the big thing that I took from a lot of our deployments too, or from a lot of big thing I took from our deployments basically is like I think it was our second deployment when we had to take care of those mud huts and like kind of like herd everybody out of the mud huts. And I was like, dude, these guys had been building these. So like every rain season, for those who don't know, they have like mud villages, right? So like when they were building up all the mud huts, but they build up every rain season, they'll build another room out of the mud and turn it into clay or whatever. And they just camp in these villages. And obviously a lot of the times they were, harboring terrorists or, whatever the intelligence told us or whatnot. But a lot of times it was just families trying to fucking survive in a shitty country that forgot about them a long time ago, and that's a lot of the people that I remember meeting. A lot of the people that had us in their house weren't trying to kill us, man. A lot of these people wanted to help us at the risk of being killed just for sharing a glass of fucking tea with us. And that's like complete strangers in another country I got along with better than I get around with my own fucking family, dude. It's fucking bullshit.
It's crazy, dude. Sometimes blood can be the most disappointing thing, it's a hard truth. It's a hard fucking truth. Other than my parents and my dad's side of the family, really. I kind of stay away from my blood relatives.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah,
it's pretty sad. But you know what? You don't get to pick your family, unfortunately, and that's just the end of that. Really,
yeah.
You don't get there ain't really not much else you can say about that.
What's cool though is you don't get to pick your military family either, and that most of the time in our cases with veterans, like that family's a lot closer than your blood.
Yeah. I spent more time with you than I ever have with him. And we were only together for 2 years. So
that's crazy, dude.
I guess this is pretty fucked up to be saying on the podcast, but whatever. He don't listen to it anyway. And if you would, I'd fucking, hey man, I've sent you the invite 36 times. You could have came on anytime you wanted. Bitch.
Yeah, so time is valuable. Share your time with people you think that deserve it.
That's and smile at fucking everybody.
Yeah,
dude, be as aggressive with smiling at people as you were when a motherfucker got in between you and your boys that you thought they had a fucking, if you're gonna push that dude and they got an ID under his chest, get him out of the way. Like, be as aggressive, smiling. Hey, how's it going? Hey, let me get that door for you. Just fucking, I dare you, do it. Because apparently, and I haven't really seen it yet because I had a little mishap where I would say I acted other than how I wanted to react. I wish I could have reacted better in a situation, but ultimately it was going to be the same end game anyway. I just feel bad, and I'll say it now. I only feel bad that I left because I didn't get to actually see what I went to see, which was my niece's dance recital. And I'll forever owe them for not making that, but that's on me. And if they ever listen to this, they'll understand. Hopefully they understand. It was better for me to leave at that point than to stay. It made more sense. I made the better choice, but I also said some things I probably shouldn't have said. But at the same time, I'm glad I said them. Because again, that's who I am. It's who I am. I say the things that nobody else likes to say. Am I wrong most of the time? Sure. Or am I? But I wasn't.
Hey, let's check this out. Saw a video a while back, Birth of Civilization, where and when, and told the story of some Neanderthal that lived about to be 40 years old, suffered a lot, smashed face, lost arm, severe arthritis in the spine, but he lived to be 40 because he had a community to help him live. Tribe shit, dude.
Tribe shit.
Yeah, tribe shit. Exactly. Yeah, dude. Need a support system. And we've talked about support systems in depth. Like every episode, we talk about support system. I love mine. I know you love yours. You gotta. That's one of the keys to success with life after the military. Making sure you have a support system. and finding that tribe will help. Don't know, I guarantee there's a tribe out there for you, and we're trying to find them all, the ones that belong in this one. So
yep, we're on a mission to find you. If you're lost, you're out there in the dark, and you're looking for some fucking homies, some true fucking ride or dies, man, some people that'll fucking talk to you off a ledge if you text us at 5 a.m. and won't judge you at 6 a.m. We're those people, man. We really are those people. We're not here for your fucking money. Not here for nothing else. I mean, like, I might try to sell you some shirts here and there, but that's only because I like shirts, man. I like shirts. I think this motherfucker's sexy, dude. And that's not a bonus. I'm not making nothing off that. Like, the guy that made the shirts, he's making money off that, and then it's good for him because shout out over there, Anheuser Designs. I mean, they made these shirts for us quick, and yeah, dude, we love them for it. So you guys missed out because.
Thank you, Megan. I assume she said she shared it. I shared it with my brother. He has some stories of Solder City in his 2 tours.
We'll send over the link to get them signed up to come chat with us.
Oh yeah, man, I'd love to do that. Especially Solder City. That's one of those places like heard some shit about, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you made it. Like you went there. Like you survived Solder City. Like I guarantee that dude's got some awesome stories.
Absolutely
awesome in the best and worst way.
Yeah, and we're thankful. Thank you for sharing. Ultimately, because that's like I just said. I mean, if your brother, he might be out there in a good place, helping veterans like we are. He might be in a dark place, and he might not want to talk. He might just want to listen. But hey, ultimately, people might not want to talk until they hear us say something that really strikes it in them, and they just say, "Shit, dude, I gotta fucking say something." And you know what? I mean, as we're doing these live shows, just as we used to with the turret talks, I mean, there's always the option to jump in. And if you got something that's just, I gotta say something right now, and like, and you think it's gonna be like a true value to what we're putting out, dude, hit us up. We'll send you the link. We'll get you in here within 2 minutes, and then we'll talk about it. But again, don't waste our fucking time, dude. Don't just come on here with some bullshit. I love you, but don't do it. Don't just come in here to talk about how I'm not gonna go down that road. Don't sell us some bullshit. Is what I'm trying to say. We don't want that watered down version of you. We want the authentic you. We want you if you're fucking crying, if you're shaking, like you said, panic attack. We want all of that just because we care about that. We often find ourselves in the same situation. And this ain't a podcast where we have all the answers. It's a podcast where we're trying to find all the answers, and we're trying to find all the people that are trying to find the answers as well. Because ultimately life is about perspective, and there's so fucking many of them. They're not all right, but I do feel like just as with every negative experience in life, you can fucking find positive from it.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that come from? Shout out Bang Energy for making me smart all of a sudden. Shit.
No, I like
that was some man. I go philosophical all the time, dude. I should start a podcast. No, but for real, man, like there is true fucking growth from pain. And I think we said it before too, is when you put yourselves in an uncomfortable position is when you ultimately begin to grow. Right.
Oh, yeah.
My first episode, I was very uncomfortable. My first 5 episodes, I was very uncomfortable. I couldn't wait for the camera to turn off so I can go, God damn, I sucked. And I think we talked about it too. It's just like we don't even really listen to our episodes anymore, just because we could be our biggest critics. And we write notes down and we remember, but like ultimately, yeah, like I flipped this up and it's going to be right on Buzzsprout tonight. So for the record, we've had the most at one point watching tonight than ever. We had 6.
Let's fucking go.
4 away from our goal we talked about last time. So let's talk about something real quick. Wednesday night, and I think we actually get him this time, dude. I think we actually get him. We know he's been trying to move around after his recent assignment.
My old red one.
Old red one.
Oh boy.
Old green one.
Green one
Oh,
too.
Billy Fallonus, man. I have been waiting for this one for a while, and he's had to reschedule a couple times. I think he initially the first time had us scheduled and didn't realize that it was the last day of his being a Squadron XO. So his wife had like a family night planned because he'd been working so much. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Definitely reschedule that one. And then the next time was, I think one of his kids was sick or something like that. So it's like, again, for sure. But I think he said his wife and kids will be, I think he's going to West Point. So they'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's just going to be him and the movers and a glass of scotch. So Wednesday night, about 8:30 Central. Please join in, because this is going to be a really good episode with a very good
Human being.
leader of human beings, a very good human being himself, Billy Fallonus. The only problem is he's a Yankees fan. So fuck the Yankees. But he's been one forever, so it's not like he's a bandwagon Yankee fan. So we give him that. Yeah, we give him that. So yeah, man. That's what we got coming up. As always, we'll be Mondays and Wednesdays for a little bit, just as we switch over to this new platform that we're doing with the live episodes, which we will be doing every time, no matter what, no matter how big we get, no matter how small we stay, we will be live 2 times a week for sure. Mondays, Wednesdays, until all of our Wednesday schedules are out. And then we will be going Mondays and Thursdays.
Yes.
Expect us around 8:30 p.m.
Central
Time, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and my personal Facebook page for now, since they only let us share from 3 places without paying for the upgraded thing on StreamYard. And yeah, man, just come hang out with us. Come listen. Write those letters to me. We're still waiting to get Eddie in here to read his letter to me.
Yeah, I'm excited to get him on once he's done building elevators and shit.
Yeah, I know he was just traveling too. His sister got married, so
that's right, dude.
Shout out to Eddie's sister, for who I have not met, but it's a beautiful thing to find love in this fucked up world. So wherever people find love, it's I get truly fucking like I guess I'm a romantic, like when people find true love, it's a beautiful thing, dude. Weddings are beautiful, and I don't get invited to enough of them, dude. Invite Veteran Chat Project to your wedding at veteranchatproject@gmail.com, and I will come cry in the front row. Me and my baby. And my kid. My baby being KZ.
Yeah.
Well, that way. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm a retard.
All right, dude. Oh yeah. So if you so I think we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys want to reach out to us, always reach out to us. veteranchatproject@gmail.com. Very responsive. Kyle's, we both have access to that email, so I check that shit daily. Or messages on Facebook if you want to be on. We'll definitely get in touch with you. Megan, I think if you shared the page with your brother, that's awesome. I'll message you offline. And see if we can get in touch with him and reach out and see if he wants to come on and share his journey and talk about what's going on with him. That'd be awesome. But
also, Josh, schedule that episode.
Well, yeah, we gotta send him a link, dude.
I did.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Sweet.
Calling you out, sir.
All right. If you got nothing else, dude, I'm good. I'm gonna head out. I need to fucking help clean up.
I got nothing but love for everybody else that's listened and that's going to listen. I will be posting this episode on Buzzsprout 5 minutes. So thank you guys for checking out and hanging out for a little bit. And thank you, KZ, as always, for being my partner in this endeavor.
Let's fucking go.
Love you, brother. Love y'all.
Love
Good
you.
night.